The National Resource Defense Council says that our heat waves could be 10 degrees hotter than they are right now within the century. Could you imagine a summer heat wave being 10 degrees hotter than it is right now? This excessive increase in heat is caused by climate change. Lately, climate change has become a very hot topic in the news. But why is it such a big deal? Today, I will inform you of why exactly it is such a big deal. I have taken numerous classes in environmental science, as well as conducted even more research into what exactly climate change is and how it's affecting us. Today, I will be discussing three main topics. The first topic will be, what exactly is causing climate change? The second topic is, why is it such a big deal for us? And the third topic is, what you can do personally to help combat climate change. Let's start off by what's causing climate change. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA, says that CO2 levels in our atmosphere are higher than they have been at any point in the past 800,000 years. This is a big deal because CO2 and other greenhouse gases cover our planet like a blanket, keeping the heat in our atmosphere for a little longer than it would be if we didn't have these gases. This is a good thing because it helps keep Earth a livable temperature, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing. The excess CO2 and other greenhouse gases are causing our Earth to raise temperature at an alarming rate. The Environmental Protection Agency says that 34% of CO2 emissions have been from transportation, and electricity has come in a very close second at 32%. These show that the excess CO2 that's being put out into our environment is from human impact. This means we're the main culprits of climate change. Now that we know where climate change is coming from, let's talk about why it's so detrimental to us. NASA projects that by 2100, the ocean will rise 1 to 8 feet. This might not sound like a lot, but this would put entire cities underwater, forcing people to move inland and changing our landscape. It's a big deal for just 1 to 8 feet. NASA also says that in the northwestern region, our region specifically, climate change will affect us by decreasing our water supply and increasing wildfires. This is a big deal because these are two problems we are already dealing with. So adding the further effects of climate change will only increase these problems for us. Now that we know why climate change is such a big deal, let's talk about what you can do personally to help combat climate change. The first thing you can do is by voting for politicians that support greener ideology and support sustainable, renewable, and other beneficial production. The other thing you can do is to write your current politicians. Let them know that you are really pushing for greener ideology and things like that. Another thing you can do is by simply cutting back on your own usage. You can turn off lights that you aren't using, turn off the water when you brush your teeth, and taking a little bit shorter showers. They don't have to be big changes, but every little thing counts. When I first started looking at how big of a problem climate change was, I felt like an ant staring up at Mount Everest. I was like, there's no way that I personally could have any effect on climate change. But you do have to realize that all of our little changes make a big impact. And if everyone thinks that I'm not going to make a difference, then nothing will change. We are all in this together, and with people cutting back and with us all pushing for a change, there will have to be a change. There is a brighter future out there for us, and maybe a little bit cooler. Today, I've talked about three main points. The first point is what is causing climate change. The second is why it's such a big deal for us. And the third is what can you do about it. Today, I'll be leaving you with a quote by our former President Barack Obama. We are the first generation to experience the effects of climate change, and we are the last generation to do anything about it. Thank you.